This one's going to be a little rough, guys. We got x that cannot equal plus or minus 1. Which one of the expressions is equivalent to this expression? And I know you can cheat this by picking an x value and seeing which one matches with that, but I don't feel like cheating today. Let's do this the real way. However, if you got an SAT and you got a calculator, of course, do that strategy. Anyways, we want to get rid of these denominators, and we can do that by coming up with the least common denominator. Remember that x squared minus 1 really just means x plus 1 times x minus 1. It factors into that because that is just the difference of two squares. So if I compare this and this, the least common denominator is going to be x plus 1 times x minus 1. That is what I'm going to multiply. I mean, might as well do a little shortcut here so I don't have to rewrite more. We're going to multiply by x plus 1 times x minus 1. This is perfectly okay because that all equals 1, and 1 times anything equals itself. But at least it's going to get rid of these denominators right here. Let's look at this in 4 different sections, starting with this green one. If I take those green expressions and multiply it to x plus 1 times x minus 1, these are going to cancel out, and we're going to put the final result at the bottom. So all I'm left with is x minus 1. Let's move on to the blue section. That is just negative 1 times my least common denominator. I might as well take care of it right away. Once again, that is a difference of two squares. That's going to be x squared minus 1. If I multiply that by negative 1, be negative x squared plus 1. Moving on to the bottom, let's call that section pink. That is going to be 1 times x plus 1 times x minus 1. And we're multiplying it by these two binomials once again. So check out what happens here. These cancel out and these cancel out. So all I'm left with for that pink section is going to be 1. And the last section is just going to be 1 times these two binomials, and if you look right there, that is the difference of two squares once again, which simplifies to x squared minus 1. I mean, if you think about it, that's not even that bad. But the cool part right here is that things are going to cancel out. It just happens to work out that way. Negative 1 and 1 are going to cancel. Same in the denominator. So I'm left with x minus x squared over x squared. The numerator has a common factor of x. We put on the outside. I'm left with 1 minus x in the inside, and x over x squared. An x term is going to cancel out at the bottom, leaving me with just x, which leaves me to answer choice B. Once again, I don't expect you to do that on the SAT unless you're really fast, and I thought it was just a cool problem. But hopefully it was a good review for you. If it was, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.